Stripe. Number one, yeah.
The Bare Truth podcast explores the inner workings of building a powerful and inspiring brand culture from the inside out. We explore topics around corporate social responsibility, team building, and innovation. Whether you're a small or medium business owner or a team member of a large organization, we hope you find this podcast informative and helpful. The Bare Truth is a digital product under the Red Stripe brand. So guys, here we are back again, and the Christmas done almost. Can you imagine?
Sadly.
Oh my God.
I hate when Christmas is over. I look forward to Christmas all year.
Yeah.
And then I was in the cold. I spent Christmas in Oshawa.
Yes,
Show
we
off.
know, Ty.
I just wanted to put that out there.
Well, I'm sorry.
I was wearing
I'm
coats
not
and
jealous.
boots.
Well, for the coats and
I'm-
boots, yes, but I'm certainly not jealous.
Well, I'm going to confess I am a little jealous indeed.
Why?
So you must confess.
It's
and
good for
shame
the soul.
the devil. Speak the truth and shame the devil.
You
Well-
shouldn't be. It was my first vacation in my 6 years of working at Red Stripe, so I was very happy to get some time off.
No, she made that sound like it's only one vacation she get in all of 6 years, but
No,
it's a lie.
I am about to
Nothing
say,
don't go
because,
like that.
Ty,
The
I
first
strike
Christmas
that-
vacation,
Oh,
let me clarify.
thank you very
Okay.
much.
First Christmas vacation.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, it's true. Stacey bad you up the year before, I bad you up this last year. We were kind to you this year. Nonetheless, we are here and we are on the cusp of 2020. Can you believe that, guys? 2020 is upon us, and we know during this time, there, a lot of people are reflecting on the year past, reflecting on what's the new year going to bring, and what do I want to be. So, with us today, we have the one, the only, Cortia Bingham, CEO and founder of We Inspire Women and Girls. And we have her here for a particular reason. Cortia is the one who is known, to perpetuate and advocate the whole point of view of visioning.
Yes.
And so I believe in visioning as well, perhaps not from the perspective of making a New Year's resolutions, but certainly visioning is important. And so I want Cortia to introduce herself and to perhaps say to us precisely why you believe visioning is so important.
Thank you so much, Diane. Thank you to Red Stripe Corporate for inviting me, for thinking of me. So my story propelled me to start visualizing a better life for myself. I was born and bred in Montego Bay, Granville, which is a ghetto garrison area. I grew up in what most people would have known at the time as a zinc fenced house. So Gilbert was really rough for us.
Boy, yes.
And where I grew up, I was taught that as a teen, I would be a teenage mother with 10 children by 10 different men. I was told that I would not go to college. I was told that I would not come to nothing good now will come from you, which is quite typical in that area. A lot of girls and boys, men and women, have been exposed to that. So that is my beginning. And coming from that, I had to endure, whilst at Mount Alvernia High when I was 14 years old, I endured 30 days of beating, exchanging between a hose and a belt by my father. So it was pretty gruesome. But during that time, I was also planning for my CXCs. And the last beating I got, which was with a heated hose by my father, it was a Saturday morning. I remember it quite vividly. He told me that I would not go to college and he's not going to send me to college and I would not come to anything good. And the moment he said it, something in me ignited. And I looked at him with the thought that, how dare you tell me what I can and cannot become. And I ended up getting an escape through a teacher of mine, and I started to board with her, which was only the hand of God. And I had to do the exams, and I did the exams. I took 8 subjects at Mount Alvernia High, And the saying goes, blood, sweat, and tears. I literally had blood, sweat, and tears on every exam paper, but I finished. And when the results came out, I left Mount Alvernia with 8 subjects, 2s and 1s.
Excellent.
And so coming from that, I recognize that with focus and a goal-setting mind, and with persistence and adaptability, that you can, once you have the vision of who you want to become and you know whose you are, then nothing is impossible for you. It doesn't matter where you begin, it's where you're actually going.
Amen.
And so that is where the vision boarding concept came in for me, because I actually wrote down what I wanted to achieve during that tumultuous time in my life, which means and says to me that in our deepest, darkest moments, it's important to still dream and dream big and dream beyond your current situations. So I had a list, I had college on it, I had the husband on it, because I always wanted a husband who would never beat me. And it's so sad that sometimes that's a genesis of or greater things that we achieve in life, but that was it. And I wanted a husband who adored me. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. At 14, I was writing this list, and the last thing for me was that I had to be financially well off, comfortable, so that I could have the independence to make my own decisions. And so as my life went by, so the dreams reveal themselves. Today, 20 how much years later
you know, look it.
Thank you. I am an entrepreneur, a successful one at that, just leading the way with strong values, integrity, and pulling a lot of women and girls along with me, as well as men, because they do message me on my page to say that, Cortia, you're also inspiring us. So We Inspire was birthed from that, because I recognize that my journey was not an easy one. And likewise, it's not usually an easy one for a lot of us. So not because you have a problem, it exempts you from dreaming and achieving big. That has nothing to do with where you're going or what you desire. And the effort you put in, hard work. And so I looked at my journey and I said, there is something spectacular about this journey, because based on statistics, I should have been elsewhere. I should have been married to someone who is abusive. I should not have been where I'm at. I should be mad, maybe just on the road, roaming, just doing something different. But here it is.
Defied.
Here I was in the day, and I needed to tell women and girls that the power is in you to achieve big dreams, and you don't have to allow the struggles to become your final story. The success comes after the struggle. That's and true. They go hand in hand,
and it creates a better appreciation as well.
Yes,
so
gratitude.
You and I had a conversation a couple months ago in preparation for We Inspire, and there's a story that you shared, Cortia, which is also indicative of the importance of visioning, not just for big things, but you spoke about that car.
Yes.
I wanted to share that story
the car.
very
I actually
quickly.
have the vision board here. If we were going live, I would show you. So I had this thought of owning a Mercedes Benz. And the only reason I had the thought and the desire is that I was told that you'd have to be a scammer, the drugs or something illegal, or a man would have to give it to you, especially if you're coming from a ghetto or a garrison community. I had to prove them wrong. That's basically it. And I had the Mercedes Benz on my vision board from I was 20. And every year I did a vision board, it was back on it, because I said, God, listen, not until you deliver, I am putting it back. But a voice said to me, listen, you have to become someone different.
Yes.
And so until I became that someone else, I had that on my vision board for 16 years.
Wow. I'm curious if we could go back and
Okay.
how does it work? Like, how does the vision board work? Because in your head, and let's say you're in a particular circumstance, an unfortunate situation, which most of us have experienced, and you want out, so you visualize a better life.
Yes.
But I don't think that can just be it. It's not just visualizing. So how does it really work?
All right. So there is a concept of using a multi-sensory technique. So this is where you feel it, as in if you want a house, you should go up to the address where you want the house. You should look on the house. You should imagine yourself walking through the gate. If you know the people in the house, say, excuse me, can I walk in the house? You need to experience that feeling that comes with having the dream already. So for example, before I got the Benz, I envisioned the Benz, me in the Benz. I went down to Mercedes-Benz, took a picture. I sat in there. They said to me, listen, the picture is in my phone.
Smell the leather and everything.
Yeah, everything. I did the test drive. I did not know where that money was coming from when I did that. So the concept is feel it, think it, feel that emotion that you would feel when you achieve the thing. So if you want to get married, listen, I have a vision board when I was 25 with my wedding band. Okay? That was when I was single. And I saw myself going down the aisle in the dress. I saw the guests that were in the church. I saw the invitation and I cut out the invitation. I made the invitation. Before I started We Inspire, I created the logo. 1 year before, I didn't know what We Inspire was going to be.
So you planned the wedding before you even meet the man?
Of course. That is what it is. And that is how you bring your vision into life, because what it does, it pulls you to the action now. Because you are more persistent on the fact that you must achieve this thing. So when you get sidetracked and the distractions come like Instagram and so, you don't have no time to do that, because in front of you is your vision, is your dream, is your goal, and you've already felt that joy that comes with achieving it. So you're holding on to that joy and you're propelling yourself with the attachment to the outcome and the joy and how you feel with the action.
Okay, so it's almost like you ask for something and then you prepare yourself to receive it.
Of course, of course.
True. And the truth is, Cortia, what you're sharing and what you're explaining is very biblical in nature.
It is biblical.
Write the vision and make it plain.
Yes. And what is faith? The substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you need to create that vision board with the evidence of things that you don't even you don't even have it yet, because that is stretching your faith. Because if you have a vision board and you start to put on the vision board things that you already have, things that you can think about in your mind that you can achieve on your own, you're not dreaming yet. You're not dreaming yet.
And I think too, Ty, there might have been situations where you've put something out there and it's happened for you without you even recognizing.
Yes.
I know for a fact Stacey has that as an example, as do I. And I'd love for you to share very quickly, Stacey, that seed that you sowed and did your business case. You did everything.
Right. So a few years ago, I had an idea to do a show, a television show about incidentally inspiring women as well. Something that would give women a voice. Because in many instances, there are women and girls who are abused, who don't see themselves as worthy, who don't see themselves as having the capacity to really achieve the things that they want. And so I wrote that business plan for It's a Woman's World many years ago and just park it. I put it down. I didn't even think about it. And every time I thought about it, I said, oh my God, I can't afford it. I don't have the money. And just kept finding reasons that I couldn't. And then I got a word from the Lord and I said, if the Lord said it's going to be done, then it's going to be done. I don't see how it's going to be done,
But then I started. Your business.
This is what I learned. The how is not your business. And so I just started in small ways, putting in the work, and before you know it, where there is a promise, the provision is made.
Yeah, man.
And that is how it just came to
Let me hasten to say this though, Di, before you move on. You have, Stacey has A Woman's World. Cortia has We Inspire Women and Girls from 2016. And a lot of women believe that we must always compete, but she's doing well in her arena. I am doing well in my arena. So we ought to understand that when you dream, there is no lack.
Absolutely.
And we celebrate each other.
Absolutely. And guys, I don't know if there's any better way to end this because time just seems to just go fast when we're having these conversations. Well, Cortia, thank you so much for joining us today. I mean, this has been really awesome, and I couldn't think of a better way to close the year with bare truth. The truth is, guys, you have to vision. And if you vision with a purpose, focus. Vision with being externally focused rather than so internally focused. Trust me, Jamaica going nice.
Yes.
Jamaica is going to be awesome. And if you want to be part of a vision boarding exercise, yes, I'm going to do the plug for you, Cortia, right? She has it coming up in
January 5th at the Jewel Resort, Paradise Cove, and it's going to be a whole session on miracles just unfolding before your eyes. We have so many testimonies, how a vision board works, how you can level up with your life, how you can make room for more abundance in your life. Poverty is a crime. Jamaica can move from that.
With you.
We have to envision a better
So here,
life.
what we're going to do, we're going to be there.
Yes.
You know, we're going to be there. And we're going to talk about it afterwards.
Yes,
we're going to
us do
share
that,
with,
definitely.
you know, right here. So we have 2 guys. So guys, watch out. 2020 going to be awesome. We're going to have Escobar part 2.
Yes.
And we're going to have Cortia part 2.
Yes,
so
amazing.
watch this space.
Looking
It's
forward.
going to be awesome.
Looking forward.
All right, so I'm sure you enjoyed our very engaging conversation there to close the year and welcome 2020. So your vision for 2020 has to be to follow Red Stripe Corporate on Instagram, Facebook, subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and all other major platforms for podcasts. You do not want to miss it. Very informative conversations. Join us.